We're a different kind of cool here.
We appreciate Moby Dick.
We get a little sad when school vacation comes.
We know what's happening in other parts of the world.
We care about what's happening in other parts of the world.
We write our own magazine.
We're big on touchdowns.
Expressing ourselves.
And the perfect spike.
We love our library.
Like a lot.
We want to daydream.
Sit quietly by ourselves. Laugh our heads off with friends.
We think a lot.
About ourselves. About people we don't know.
About what we'll do after school.
Next year.
And when we're actually adults.
We hang out with people like authors.
And Nobel Prize nominees.
And secretaries of state.
And people like sixth graders.
Surfers.
The ultimate Frisbee team.
And this guy.
We're stress cases.
Goofballs.
Dreamers.
Doers.
Do-gooders.
Kids.
If you're cool with that,
Then Bishops will be really cool for you.
Yeah, I guess so. Opening tip went to Bishops, but then it went out of bounds. Santa Fe Christian got the ball.
All right, welcome to Eva May Fleet Center. The Eagles have the ball. Tonight we are Kamal Soff and Dennis Kane bringing you a game live here on the internet. Shot is up by number 0. Anthony Wood with the ball. Zach White for the 3. In and out. Zach White with the ball up top. Anthony Wood dribbling up at the top. And it's quickly stolen by Dejani. And he throws the ball away. This is a hotly contested match, and the ball is going to the Knights. Hotly contested match here, 2 Coastal League powers. And the Knights last year took the series, swept the Eagles. And the Eagles were our 2-time defending CIF champions. So a great program Coach Bickley runs. Zach White with the ball up top to Christian Rose. Rose, the 6'6" senior, kicks it out to Anthony Wood. The open 3. And the rebound goes to the Eagles. Dudley with the ball up top, penetrates against Hill, in and out. Dash side with the rebound. Zach White pushed the ball up top for the Knights. And the ball is turned over. Well, the first thing I noticed, Coach, is the Eagles are applying outstanding pressure to the ball. They're picking the Knights up around half court and really smothering them. and making it hard to run their offense. What do you think about their defense?
So far, it's exactly what you said it's been.
Ball's reversed. Drive and basket. Number 3, Hayden Gray with the layup.
And where was the help side defense on that drive?
The pressure is really unrelenting here by the Eagles. Good skip over to White. White's shot is up and good. Great pass over the top.
And they're definitely going to need him to continue doing what he was doing last week against La Jolla.
That is for sure, Coach. Ball's up at the top with number 3, Gray. Pass inside of the post. And it's up and it's in. Number 10, Griffin Morris. 6'6" postman. That's going to be a game within the game, Coach. 2 6'6" seniors really playing it out. Oh, White from deep.
Another big 3.
This is unbelievable. I'm seeing range I don't see outside of the Golden State area. Ball's muffed. Wood up at the top. Dudley again with the drive. Level them off. Contested 2 and side with the rebound. Up to White. Triple drive, pull-up jumper. And rebound by number 0, Keaton Smith.
Oh!
That's a blocking. That's a foul by White. A push.
That was definitely a push. He got his money's worth on that foul.
Ball's inbounded, the Eagles. Rebounded Christian Rose.
Boy, the Eagles really like to take it to the basket, put the offensive pressure on you, the guard. Another turnover by the Knights. And a turnover by the Eagles.
Christian Rose with a great hustle play. Zach White bringing the ball up. Yo-yoing up the top of the key. Comes off the pick and roll. Nice kick in to Graham Cartwright for the 3, in and out. And Eagles control. Up-tempo game, Coach. Not a lot of fouls right now. Got the switch here. And Dudley with a deep shot and 3. That penetration, something from the top, isn't it, Coach?
And if the Knights are going to have a chance to beat these guys tonight, they're going to have to stop that.
Hayden Gray's doing a great job of initiating offense. He clearly is their most explosive penetrating player, and middle penetration right now is really the name of the game for the Eagles. They're just killing the Knights down the middle. Be Knights ball. Anthony Wood taking the ball out of bounds.
And you got to pick your poison on that. Either you're going to cover the 3 or you're going to cover the drive, but you can't let them drive, get layups, and take the 3.
Exactly right. Double team on a pass. White with another 3. This is really a shooting clinic. Coach, it's almost like this is a continuation of our last game.
Yeah.
La Jolla High. He's got 3 threes here. 9 points.
And he scored all of their points so far.
Wood with a step back. And it's a block. All right, that's the 3rd foul. It's his first foul on Wood.
Boy, that could have been a 50-50 call.
That was a
that
tough
just
one.
as easily could have been an offensive. Dudley was kind of lowering his shoulder and kind of pushed him away with his arm.
That's right. For Alex Efides. Dudley with a deep 3 and is knocked out of bounds. It's Knights possession. I'm amazed at how many 3-point shots are taken by both teams. If you look at a shot chart, Coach, I don't think we've had more than 1 or 2 shots in the paint.
So far, we only had 1 shot, 1 post up by the big guy for Santa Fe. And that was a nice little right-hand jump hook.
It really speaks to how the NBA game is kind of trickling down to the high school game, for better or for worse. Rose drives, baseline drive, baseline drift. Zach White mops it. Wood with the deep drive, in and out. Rebound is number 10, Griffin Morris. Inside, outside move, another corner three. And Dudley's three is off, but Yafidis with the rebound and the basket. 12-9 with a minute 52. It's a fast-paced quarter here. White comes off the pick and roll. Yo-yoing. A lot of contact. There's another. There's really poor spacing now. Cartwright on the floor. Sy on the floor. Rose on the floor.
Wow, everybody's on the floor.
Wow, like that hustle there. The Knights had 3 players on the floor.
And so did Santa Fe Christian.
And looks like there are subs in the game. R.J. Faltinsky in for Dash Sy. Faltinsky's a 6'3 junior. And Graham Cartwright came in for Owen Hill. And here the ball is up top of the key. Zach White. Looks like they're running a little motion pattern here that the Loyal Vikings used to run. And here it comes, quick three, and White again.
White is keeping these guys in the game.
Oh, this is really amazing. I mean, I count that as the 4th three of the game for White. He's 4 for 5, I believe.
Yep, he sure is.
This is just an amazing shooting performance, the confidence.
Boy, they're letting them bang here.
Yeah,
a lot of physical play there.
Penetration.
That's a walk.
Yeah. Rose with the rebound. And the ball's flying up the floor. And White pulls again. And he misses this time. Griffin Morris with the rebound. Ball's pushed up. Play's getting a little bit hurried here.
Oh, that was a walk.
They're letting a lot go here with the ball. And the ball's up top with Keaton. Graffiti's with the ball up top to Griffin Morris. And Hayden Gray with the shot clock coming down to 7 seconds. He shoots a 24-footer that gets partially blocked. And 13 seconds here, Coach.
Let's see what they do.
I think it's a high ball screen here. What do you think? High ball screen.
Here comes the high ball screen.
And White.
Oh, they left them open. Wood.
And wide open.
Oh! At the quarter.
Wow, well, 5 threes for the Knights. That is amazing, 5 threes. So after one quarter, we have a 15-12 wide open game. Boy, this is like the Wild Wild West. Give me your thoughts, Coach, about what you saw in the first quarter.
Boy, you know, if you didn't look at the scoreboard, you would have thought that Santa Fe Christian dominated the game. But if you take a look up at the scoreboard, Bishops is leading by 3. You know, based on those 5 threes that they hit.
You know, it's funny. I agree with you. You know, from a time of possession standpoint, Santa Fe's really controlled the pace, the tempo, and really probably gotten better shots. But the Knights are hot, and you hope that that sustains it. The one thing I'd like to see is I'd like to see the ball going to senior Christian Rose. I think he is really a dominant presence in here, and I'd love to see the matchup. I'd love to see the inside-outside aspects of it. First quarter scoring, we have Zach White with 4 threes, and we have Anthony Wood with 1. And it looks like we've got balanced scoring here for the Eagles with no player with actually more than 1 field goal. So here we go.
And that bodes well for Santa Fe Christian if this game keeps going on the way it is.
What I noticed right away, Coach, is the unbelievable ball pressure that the Eagles apply. I think that is something to watch. They've created more on first turnovers, and the Knights really have, if they're not making the shots, look kind of shaky running their stuff. Their offensive stuff. Ball's deflected by Wood, and it is still Eagles ball. That's a real matchup to watch. Wood has to stop Hayden Gray and limit his middle penetrating touches. And thus far, I think Hayden Gray's really had his way to get in the paint. Eagles have the ball, reversing it. Here comes number 2, penetration, off balance, and Faltinsky with the rebound.
Boy, Bishops has got to stop that penetration. And they also got to get help when a guy gets in the key.
Wood with the ball from about 30 feet, and there's a man right on him. He penetrates in the middle, and it's deflected, and there's Christian Rose, wide open three. Wow, that's a 6-3 for the Knights. This is
already.
This is a historic night so far. I don't know if I've ever seen a Bishop's.
Oh, nice steal by Woods.
And here comes Zach White. And
another three.
There's a 7-3.
There you go.
Timeout.
I was just going to say that Santa Fe Christian needs a timeout.
There's a timeout. So we have just seen our 7 3-point shot, and we're 7 minutes and 7 seconds left in the first half.
And I was just thinking, as good as the pressure that Santa Fe Christian is putting on Bishops, none of those shots have been contested. Nobody's put a hard hand up in the shooter's face yet. All those have been open threes, good looks. Maybe a little bit rushed, but no hard hand in their face.
You know, I think that's probably what Coach Bickley's talking about now. I mean, obviously, one of the things you have to do with a great shooting team is you've got to run them off the three-point line and make them take tough twos. And the Knights aren't necessarily a big team. So I think that's probably something Coach Bickley is probably talking about, is make them dribble the ball to score. And too many rhythm threes. That was a great steal by Anthony Wood there. And Zach White, I believe now, has had 5 threes in this first half.
Yeah, he's not hesitating at all. And he's feeling it again, just like he did last week against La Jolla.
I wonder what his pregame meal is, Coach. Whatever it is, I'd like to take
We need to talk to his mom about that one. Or maybe his dad. Who knows who's cooking in the family these days.
All right, Wood All right, Wood pressuring up top. Here comes Gray coming in. Good closeout by Faltinsky. And penetration again. Pass out top, another three, and it goes. And that is number 0, Keaton Smith. Again, too much penetration, out of control, dribbler, and no rotation. Wood, there's another three by White.
Well, that was an interesting bounce pass, a 6-3 bounce pass.
That's a tough foul. The foul is, I believe, the second team foul, fourth team foul for the Knights, but I believe it's the second on Anthony Wood. Is that on number 3, Wood? That could be a problem here, Coach. Let's see if Coach Levine rolls with Wood.
Not even looking at the bench to bring somebody else in.
Who was the foul on? Do we know who the foul was on? Well, we'll figure that out. We'll get that back to you in a minute. Ball's up top here. And ball's reversed here. It's screen to screener, and Fiddies shoots a deep three. Wood with the rebound.
That's one of the first time Bishops didn't allow penetration.
Faltinsky dribble drive, not great spacing, and very good help by the Eagles. Ball's up top. 20 seconds on the clock here. It looks like they're at 9. Zach White, and nice flip up. Graham Cartwright with a nice touch, and Anthony Wood with the basket.
Used his left hand, too.
Used his left hand on the backboard. Another three. Now this is just fast and furious. Keaton Smith with another three. Coach, we've got more 3 attempts and more 3 makes than we have 2 attempts and 2 makes.
That's the nature of high school basketball these days.
It really is. Zach White with the ball. Yo-yoing, another three.
That was a force.
And tough shot. Cartwright, the ball went through his hands. And the penetration, out of control. Hayden Gray with the turnover, and here comes Wood, and he finds White. And White's off. Rebounded Dudley, and here it comes up the floor. And it looks like a jump ball tie-up.
Boy, I would have thought you could have called a walk on number 11. You're not supposed to be able to improve your position once you go down on the floor unless you start dribbling.
It's a great point, Coach. Really, it's been a pretty clean game, but I guess what I'm amazed at is just the number of shots that are being launched from the three-point line. To me, it just really looks like an NBA game. I mean, the pace, the tempo, and it's a frenetic pace. It's 23-18 here with 5 minutes left in the first half. I mean, this could be a 40-point first half for both teams.
Yeah, and then we're going to see who's got the better conditioning and who wears down first. What I don't like about what I see with Santa Fe Christian, as much as they're trying to penetrate, they got to be more under control. You know what I'd like to see them do is take a nice jump stop in the key, like you see the kids at Villanova do. You know, they're under control, and they jump stop. They can go left, right.
Well, you're exactly right. Jay Wright is the best coach in the nation at teaching the jump stop and speaking of Villanova, we want to say a great hello to our good friend in Philadelphia, Jesse Levine. Jesse is watching this on the internet. It must be late, Jesse. Past your bedtime, almost 11 o'clock in the East. And we want to wish Jesse the best. He is Nick's father, and he is an Eagles fan. So fly, Eagles, fly. And we hope that you have a good one against Drew Brees and the Saints this weekend. Zach White with the ball, coming in. Yo-yoing up at the top of the key. This is a matchup we'll watch. A lot of hands. And this is a set they run here for Christian Rose. Isolated top, stops and pops. And misses, and Wood with a nice hustle play. Zach White again for another three. Launches it. And the Eagles run down the floor. Dudley. Dudley with the layup. That was a run out, coach, and oftentimes when one guard shoots, the other guard has to get depth. That can't happen a lot. The Knights have to do a better job of making sure there's floor balance. Ball's reversed into Wood, covered closely by Dudley, and he breaks it off and drives another player. This might be a time to get a timeout here soon for the Knights. It looked like they're kind of coming undone. Another
that was
three.
A walk.
And it's a three.
And there's your timeout.
And is the timeout.
He double hopped on that jumper. That was a walk. You know what I'm also noticing too with Santa Fe Christian is they're doing a lot of hand checking and pushing, which you're not supposed to be able to do anymore in high school. But they're very physical with their hands on the players from Bishops.
I noticed that too, and it's something that I wonder if Coach Levine will talk to the referees about. You know, when I coached at La Jolla High School and we played you guys in the Mission Bay Buccaneers, that was our downfall, was being a little bit too handsy and a little too physical with the opposing team. But thus far in this game, the referees have allowed what I think is a little excessive hand checking, and certainly the footwork's been sloppy on both sides, and they've let it go. I don't think we've got more than one traveling call on either side right now.
Yeah, and Santa Fe Christian's only got 2 team fouls.
Yep.
With how much time left here in the second quarter?
With at least 4 minutes left in the second quarter. So I think
and as physical as they're playing, you'd think they'd have more fouls.
But I also would like to see the Knights attack the lane. I don't think there's one free throw attempt by the Knights. To me, a good team attempts more free throws, or makes more free throws than the other team attempts. And I don't think the Knights are really attacking the paint to get to the foul line. I think Rose is probably the best at that. I'd love to see him run a set here for Rose. Live by the three, and sometimes you die by the three. Wide up at the top of the key. There's the hand check we're talking about. And it's a steal.
And look.
Oh, nice play by Dom. Dom Haley with the nice play, the football player.
See, that should have been a foul right there. 2 guys just taking a shot at him, and then he throw the ball away.
Out of control drive. And here comes White bringing the ball back. Let's see if the Knights get into a set or if they just flow down the floor. Defensive pressures getting to the Knights. Another layup and poor floor balance. They really need a set here, Coach. They need to get a shot with one of their best players in the paint.
And they also got to use the shot clock a little bit more, too.
And Wood drive to the basket. And looked like there was contact. Ball goes in and out. Cartwright with a nice follow and a basket.
And where was Christian on that play?
Christian was up.
He should have been on the boards.
Yeah, that's right.
Woods has got to take that ball to the basket if he wants to make that shot. That's a long three.
And big rebound by Chris Rose.
Again, that should have been a foul on Dudley.
And here comes another set. So I think Coach Levine wants to kind of get his players running offense here. It is a high ball screen, and they let it go. It's a cross. Good decision to not get the ball, and the foul is
wow,
on
you're going to
Haley.
call that after all the contact we have had?
Well, the one thing I'm noticing is there's not just hand checking, but it looked like that time Dudley reached across the offensive player and picked the ball. Now, a lot of times there's contact when somebody reaches across and picks the ball, so that's an interesting no call. But the call, I believe, is on number 10, Dom Haley. You know, one thing I'd love to see from the Knights is I'd love to see a solid possession that didn't start with a three-point shot, where the ball goes into the paint and there's floor balance and there's decision making going from the inside out instead of from the outside in. 3-point shots are great when they go in, but when they don't go in, they can really be your detriment. Rebound by Haley.
Well, there's a foul right there. I mean, that's slowing the Knights down from possibly pushing it. The referees have got to even up the calls here a little bit.
And White's yo-yoing back and forth.
Now he's going to call a walk, when you very easily could have called a reach.
Knights are going to have to use better ball movement and better spacing right now. There are a lot of deflections and forced penetrations because the ball's not moving, and the Eagles are standing in the paint waiting for the Knights. So we have a 25-25 score. The scoring's kind of slowed down here with 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. Eagles running a set for the shooter, comes off to shoot it, and he misses. Number 0, Keaton Smith, rebound by Dash Sai. Dom Haley.
Well, you don't want to pick up your dribble in the corner.
And Graham Cartwright with a nice pass. They run Sai off for a nice pull-up jumper. Haley with another rebound. And he skips it out to Christian Rose, who centers it out to Zach White. White penetrates. Looks like he traveled that time, and he traveled. So again, not a lot of ball movement and a lot of penetration into a lot of Santa Fe Christian hands. Santa Fe Christian does a good job of kind of clogging the middle and getting out the shooters. Have you noticed that, Coach?
Yeah, they have. And they do. But again, you know, he should have come to a good jump stop, take the good pull-up, expect to get hits.
That's a set. That's an outstanding set play. Number 5, Trevon Martin with the backdoor cut. And that's a set play. Pass to Haley. He was wide open. And he misses. And Sai with the rebound. Misses there. And Dudley with the ball. Here they come. Eagles come for a wide open 3. In and out. Dudley with the rebound. Well, that could have been a foul on the Knights. Lot of contact here, Coach. A lot of contact. That last 3 attempt by number 10, Griffin Morris. Excuse me. That last 3 attempt was by number 0, Keaton Smith. Cartwright coming out of the game.
Boy, look at that.
In comes Owen Hill.
Well, that was a nice football block.
And it's an offensive foul. You had a switch there with Zach White covering Griffin Morris. The foul is on number 10, Griffin Morris.
You know, on that other bounds play, Keaton Smith just plowed into the defensive player for the Knights. I mean, I don't understand why the referees didn't call that.
White with the ball up top. Picks up his dribble. Sai with the screen on Rose. That's a travel.
Too many turnovers.
Too many
Bishops has got 10-plus turnovers already in this game.
Yeah, the pressure's definitely getting the Knights, and they're really struggling to run the stuff that they offensive game plan. I mean, most of their buckets, Coach, are flowing 3-point shots that are kind of out of system.
We got 55 seconds left here.
Here we go, 55 seconds. And it's a 1-on-1.
Oh, that was a walk.
Backdoor play again, and another backdoor play. So another set, and the pass was to number 5, Trevon Martin. 2 backdoor cuts by Martin, 2 set plays, and it's a turnover again by Anthony Wood, but it's intercepted by Owen Hill. Christian Rose with the ball, dribble drive, and he goes right to the rim. He's off balance, but he gets the foul called.
Be the first free throws for the Knights tonight.
These are the first free throws for the Knights. I think that's a really important point, Coach. I think the Knights have to get on balance. I think they have to be more patient on the offensive end and move bodies by moving the ball and cutting to the rim. It's a lot of kind of frenetic play.
The ball moves, bodies move. And they need to do a better job of sharing the sugar.
That's right. That's right. Or somebody great said, maybe it was Socrates, all shake and bake and no chicken. Christian Rose with the free throw. It goes in, and the second one goes in. And we have a 29-27 game. What do you think? Do the Eagles hold for one, or they try to?
They'll hold for one.
All right, let's see what they do here. Dom Haley up top. Let's see if they run one of their favorite sets, and it looks like a set play. The ball's up top for number 3, Hayden Gray, and he goes against Wood. He gets middle penetration. And rebound it's a jump ball with 3.1 seconds. And it is going to go to the Knights. 29-27, 3.1 seconds.
That should be Santa Fe Christian ball.
And there's the pass, and it is shot by the Knights by Zach White, and it is short. So after one frenetic half, boys, we saw a first quarter of three-point shots, and we saw a second quarter of just great, tough defense. The Eagles are up 29-27 against your Bishop's Knights. For positioning. So I'd like to see that. On the Eagles, I think the Eagles have to do a better job of just slowing down to the basket. I mean, they're getting to where they need to be, but they're so out of control that they just are missing layups. I like their shot chart a lot better than Knight's shot chart. If I'm the coach, I'm saying to Coach Bickley, I'm saying, keep doing what you're doing, but just get on balance. I love the 2-foot jump stop. I love the backboard. I love high percentage.
Right.
Well, it looks like we already see a little change here. It looks like the Knights are going to start off in a 2-3 zone. And that might be done to kind of slow the penetration down. I kind of like this idea, Coach. We'll see if they can get out to shooters.
Well, yeah, that's the whole key. You know, if you're going to be in that zone, you got to get to the ball when the guy catches the ball.
Well, here we go. The ball's up top, and let's see what Santa Fe Christian does to adapt, to adjust. That's what's great about coaching. Here comes the shooter, Brennan baseline. The ball's up top. They've got to do a good job of number 0. Well, that was a hard angle pass. Now Rose has the 6'10 wingspan, makes it a tough catch. One of the hard things is to rebound out of the zone, and the Knights got it. White with the ball up top. And he shoots another quick 3. And Wood with the nice rebound and pass. And it's a tight space
Rose
pass.
is nowhere near the basket. He's the tallest player on the Knights team, and he's getting nowhere near the basket where he can use his height to his advantage.
I think one of the stats I like is attempted rebounds. You know, you want to get your big people on the glass as much as possible. And there's a backdoor cut. And rebound by Rose. And here he comes up the floor, and there's White on the wing. And Rose yo-yoing it back and forth. Good pressure and denial. White with the ball with Dudley covering him. And here's Wood with the ball on the wing, and it's a screen by Sy, and a slip. And we have a foul. We have a travel. So another travel call. That's another unforced turnover, Coach.
Yeah.
29-27, minute into this third quarter. And it looks like the Knights have gone back to man.
You know what I like to see is Dash set that high post screen and keep Christian down in low post. They got Christian out top. You know, put Dash out there to set that high post screen for White.
And here you go. You have Wood with the ball up top. I mean, you rarely see teams pressuring 35 feet away from the basket. So that's something that really has worn the Knights down. Now we have a switch and a tough pass. And number 0 here, Keaton Smith, is really a quick player.
Oh, could have been a charge.
And Dudley with the travel there. Yep. Could have been a foul. Could have definitely been a charge. Contact. You know, it's interesting how the refs are calling this game. There's a lot of contact they're allowing. You'd wonder, would they allow that contact when you have obviously charge block ramifications there? That had to be one or the other, right? Too much contact.
Yep.
The ball up there with Wood, top of the key, and he's being defended here by Smith. Here's the favorite set of the Knights, and they isolate the left-hander at the elbow, and he is fouled. So that's a matchup we thought was going to be an important one. Rose really didn't shoot the ball much in the first half. Let's see what happens if the Knights go in the second half here. Anytime White takes the ball out of bounds, I think he's a party to maybe getting the ball back here. Let's see what they run if they slip somebody to the rim. And number 10, Griff Morris, is coming out of the game. And the Knights, the ball, Wood dribble drive out to Wood. Tough 3 with a great contest by the Eagles. And it looks like the Knights have it. Now there was an example of what you talked about, right? They contested the shot, really made it a tough 3.
Yeah. That was the first time I saw the Knights run a set and actually get an open three. Even though White missed it.
There's a ball reverse. I'd love to see the motion pattern run longer than this. There you go.
Nice job.
There's an inside-outside.
Job.
Now, Coach, that's one of the first points in the paint that wasn't on an offensive rebound that the Knights got all night because they are patient. They ran their offensive set all the way through. Ball's in here to Smith.
They've gone back to man-to-man.
Back to man. Smith with another quick three, and it's in. Boy, Keaton Smith lighting it up. He's the offensive threat tonight that the Knights have got to stop in the second half. Keaton Smith, only a sophomore. Contact there. A lot of contact there. Side with the drive and a foul.
Very easily could have called a walk on that, too.
Could have called a walk on that, but I'm surprised at is there's so much contact at the high post where you can see it. You know, sometimes you can't see the contact in the low post, but there's a lot of hand checking and a lot of contact there. The Knights like to isolate Christian Rose at the top of the key, kind of offset to the elbow because he is pretty dynamic to his left hand. Side with the free throws here, his first free throws of the night.
And he's got to do a better job of ripping through that hold. The two most important steps are your first step and your last step when you're making a move. And his first step isn't that strong. And then plus he's being held.
Right. So I missed the first one here. It's 32-29. And second one is up, and it's good.
And it's still a two-point ball game.
2-point game here. Wood with the ball.
So if the Knights can put a good string together of some good defensive stops and some better offensive shots. Well, that was too easy.
That was a lapse by White. Keaton Smith pushed off, but created separation. White didn't follow him out there. You know, Keaton Smith, to me, is the most dynamic player on the floor right now for the Eagles. And it's another travel. Wow. You know, there are times when referees might have a pet call, and it just seems like these refs are calling the travel.
I thought if you're going to call him for anything, I would call him for the elbow.
I thought he threw an elbow into the player's chest. And interesting, maybe we're not watching the feet.
I didn't see his feet move at all. I saw the elbow.
They just allowed Keaton Smith another open three. That's bad communication. Wow, the Knights have to organize their defense better.
Oh, that should have been white ball. That was off of Santa Fe Christian.
Oh, the Knights chase off. This is a real problem here. Shot block. Those two penetrations right down the middle of the floor.
Yeah, and even both those guys could have jump stopped in the key and taken a nice little short pull-up.
Cartwright with the defense up at the top of the key. The ball back to Gray. Gray's the quickest player on the, and they're running flare action from the top into ball screen. Eagles are running disciplined man offense. There's Dudley come penetration. And the ball is blocked by Cartwright to Wood.
Keep going.
And he shoots a pull-up three.
He had a layup.
And there's no floor balance. And I think we need another timeout here. This is a tough, and there it is. This is a tough situation. Again, the guards have to be disciplined. Offensive balance. Offense leads to defense. That time Wood shot a quick three. White was not back, and they gave up an open, uncontested layup. Coach?
Is this the point where Santa Fe Christian really put some space between them and Bishops?
Well,
or is Bishops going to respond with a little rally of their own? But the momentum definitely seems to be switching to Santa Fe Christian here.
I just think the Knights have to settle down now and start letting the ball and bodies move. I mean, the thing that's hard to guard is ball movement and body movement. The Knights have just relied on quick shots and quick threes. Remember, they had 7 3-point makes in the first half, which is really remarkable. None thus far. I'd love to see the Knights get into their sets and run plays for their big man and then feed off of him on double teams and the like. They also have to get to the foul line and make this a game about punishing the Eagles inside, who are really not a big team, particularly with Morris out of the game.
And then I also liked it when they were in that 2-3 zone. It seemed to be very effective, at least for the 2 possessions they were in it. They went back to the man-to-man, and now Santa Fe Christian's got a 7-point lead.
Well, and the other elephant in the room is This kid, Keaton Smith, is really on fire. I mean, he's quick enough to beat you off the dribble, and he really has a quick, compact three-point shot. And the Knights have lost him a couple times, either in transition or just in set offense. A lot of contact here.
Yep, Santa Fe's looking for the kill. Picking them up full court, man-to-man pressure.
Now here's a set from the Knights. And it'll run something to the high post here. A lot of contact here. And he drove right back into another player. White with the ball up top. Inside, outside. And double team. And again, the Knights don't get back on defense and give up another layup, which Dudley misses. So it's a 5-on-4 situation. And the pass into Cartwright and the layup. Looks like Dudley might be injured.
Well, that's a 4-point swing. The 2 they didn't get and the 2 they gave up.
Boy, that was a key possession right there, Coach. There we go with the flare action at the top. Wood is up on the ball. And his penetration here, Keaton Smith. Can't leave off him, and there's the contest. Cannot leave off the shooter. So that's one of those situations where you have to know your personnel.
Yeah, come on, he's got to be covered. You don't leave him. And you really don't let him catch the ball.
Again, there's no ball movement. Wood makes a tough penetrate. Nice finish there. And Cartwright again, and there's a foul. So there's a nice attempt. There's what you were talking about. We had a great offensive rebound attempt by the 6'6" senior Christian Rose. The Knights are going to have to string together possessions and work on making second shots. I still don't think the ball is moving from the side to the top to the side. And as you know, there's no help defense required when a team stays on the same side of the floor. In order to force closeouts, you need to go side, top, side. And I'd love to see the Knights kind of be more disciplined and more patient.
Right. And you got to move the ball faster than the defensive team is moving their feet.
And the way to do that through the air. Here's Cartwright with the foul shot. Cartwright's a senior, is giving him valuable minutes off the bench, and he does a good job around the glass. Ball's up top here, and Keaton Smith yo-yoing up top. It's like penetrating dribble, and they helped on the ball side. And Faltinsky with the rebound. Over to Rose, to White. And here comes the high ball screen with White coming over the top. And there's a foul. There's a foul by the Eagles. So now the fouls are starting to mount. That is the 4th team foul by the Eagles. And that's going to bode well for the Knights.
It's getting a little chippy out here, too.
White with the ball up top. Cartwright. This is their motion game. There's a full reversal, and there's the back cut. And there it is again. They got it again. Cartwright with the pass from White. And again, there's motion for a nice layup. Dudley goes. Looks like the push off there. Good close out. And it's a free-for-all. And it looks like a
timeout, Santa Fe Christian.
Timeout. Okay. So there was a good defensive possession where the Knights really swarmed. But, Coach, let's talk about motion right there. The Knights have scored 2 times in a row on that motion pattern. Tell us what you think is happening and why it's pretty effective.
1, they put together 3 passes, and 2, they made a sharp cut to the basket. I mean, and they moved the ball faster than Santa Fe Christian moved their feet, and they got a layup for the second time.
You know, I think the Knights got to stay in that. It really looks like Santa Fe's not getting, they're so committed to pressure man that they're not getting off on the help side and getting through screens. I'd like to see the Knights continue to run their motion and even run it for the screener. Coach Levine used a motion pattern that we used to use at Loyola High and that Tom Tarantino used to use at Bishop's, and it's a pattern that can really wear a defense down, but you've got to stay in the pattern. It's got to be more than 3 passes. It's got to be 6 or 7 passes, and you see a defense kind of lose track
boom,
of
boom,
guys.
Boom. You can run your pattern 2 or 3 times through. You're always going to get an effective shot.
All right, the ball's inbounded here, and we have number 3, Gray, with the ball. To Smith, who reverses it, and it's a backdoor play that has been averted. And the ball's up top. They switch the screen. And yo-yoing, Smith, great defense at the top. Good close up by Faltinsky. And Dudley goes by him. Rebound is to White. No. Rebound is to the Eagles. And it's a shot clock. I think it's a shot clock violation. No, they play on. They play on. Okay. Nice ball reversal there. Quick three by Rose. And Cartwright again with another rebound. And the ball is...
Wow. I would have given that to Santa Fe Christian.
I agree with that. I think, again, I love the idea of the confidence going down the floor, but I still like to get the ball in the paint before running into three-point shots.
He should have taken that guy to the basket. Yeah, that whole side of the floor to himself.
And there's the foul. Okay, so that's a nice out-of-bounds play to Rose, number 23, and the foul is on number 4, Alex Yafidis. And it is going to be 2 shots. The foul was on the shot. And that is the 15th foul here with 49 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Rose now on the free throw line. I like Rose attacking. I think that's good for the Knights. They've got to find ways to get the ball to him and get him to the foul line. The ball is off, and the Eagles control the ball.
Bishops can't make 2 free throws in a row. They're shooting about 50% from the free throw line.
Here's a nice flex screen, and it's a hold. So what you have is a high screen. It's interesting when teams pull out sets they haven't used early in the game. The Eagles look like they have a bunch of them. Tries through.
Bishops is still in the game. They need a defensive stop here. 31 seconds left on the shot clock. There's about 4-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock.
And it is a contested 3.
Wow.
A lot of time on the clock.
A lot of time on the clock.
Contested 3. Coach Bickley not pleased with the shot decision. 21 seconds left. You know, it's odd when you don't understand time and score in this hotly contested game. But we forget these are young kids. These are 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old kids. Now, Knights have a chance to shoot the last shot. Coach Levine's calling for a set. Let's see what White runs.
They better go now.
9 seconds on the clock. It's a high ball screen.
Look at that hold.
And White doesn't get to the rim.
Well, I could not believe how number 4 for Santa Fe Christian just held Rose. Just with 2 hands, held him on the screen.
You get the shot off, it is not good.
How do you miss that?
That was a blown call, Coach. I think Coach Levine's explaining to him right now that you can't hold the roller. You know, this Santa Fe Christian team's really salty. I mean, they know a lot about defensive basketball, and they know a lot about some of the advantages. And the refs aren't calling it close, and they're really decidedly getting some breaks here.
Salty. That's a generous term to describe what's going on out here.
Yeah. Well, it's a family show, Coach. Well, let's talk a little bit about the fourth quarter now. One of the challenges we talked about earlier today was the 7 3-point shots made by the Knights in the first half. You live by the 3, you die by the 3. According to my calculations, the Knights haven't hit a 3 this quarter.
And they're only down by 4.
They're down by 4. So what do we say to the Knights here if we're Coach Levine?
Keep running that same play that they got that layup off of twice.
Little motion action for you. You know, I love motion because you got ball movement, you got body movement, and you got a little tempo. You're not just rushing up a shot, you're controlling the game. Now Morris is back in the game, so it gives them another defender here. And Sagar Degani is in the game too for the Eagles. For the Knights, they will have Faltinsky and Wood and number 24, Graham Cartwright and Zach White. And there's a set play for White for an open 3. And Faltinsky and Cartwright battling, and the ball is back to the Knights.
Yeah, I thought that was the right call.
Well, they ran a little set play, and White got a better look, but White's really struggling here. What do you tell a shooter who's missing some shots?
Get closer.
And what was the
And he's
call
rushing
there?
his shot a little bit. You know, I don't understand why 24 and 11 for Bishops don't set screens for White. You know?
And the ball is at Cartwright, and it's been deflected. And the ball, okay, Cartwright's shot was deflected. And
know what they call?
They called out of bounds on White. Zach touched the ball, but standing out of bounds when he touched the ball. 40-36, we got a 4-point game here. 7 minutes and 36 seconds left in the first.
Oh, he walked.
Traveled. All right, there's the travel. It's interesting when I see middle penetration from the top after no ball move reversal. I think, Coach, both teams are kind of guilty of putting the ball on the deck too quickly and attacking. All right, White here's coming off Rose's screen. And they're running into another little flare action. You know, here goes high ball screen maybe. Okay, it's back to motion. And it's a steal here. Oh, Paltinsky with a good hustle. Got to pick the ball up.
Another turnover.
You got to pick the ball up. Loose balls have to be secured just as White did there. All right. Now White's got to initiate the motion offense from the wing. He can't initiate it from the top of the key. There's a strong drive by Rose and a blocking foul. And this could be Morris's.
He's coming out right away.
That's his 5th foul. Is that 5? That's 5. So that's a key loss from the size standpoint. Now they bring a big in who's going to give up a couple inches. So Rose is going to have the decided height advantage here. Santa Fe really plays with 5 guards.
And now look at the foul situation. 17 fouls for Santa Fe Christian and only 1 for Bishops. That's been a turnaround in the second half.
That has been a turnaround. Yeah, referees have called a little bit more. One thing I'd like to see White do is take the ball in the slot area of the offense. He can't initiate offense from the middle of the floor when you run a motion passing game. And he hits both foul shots. So there we go, Coach. 40-38. 7 minutes left in this game. And we have a middle drive here. Cartwright defending. Paltinsky with the rebound.
Got a chance to tie it up.
Kevin Martin. And there's a nice pass to Wood. And a nice left-hand layup. Anthony Wood with an outstanding layup past Zach White. Good unselfish play. You know, the assists are already up this quarter. I like what the Knights are doing.
Let's see who plays better for the next 6 minutes and 30 seconds.
Roll.
They could have called that a walk right there.
And again, too much airspace right there. Too much airspace. Run him off the 3-point line. That was much better. And Cartwright.
Got the walk.
Okay. And Cartwright got bailed out that time because he probably left his feet. But again, there are a lot of traveling calls. Both teams almost play too fast, Coach. Both teams almost are so quick that they play too fast. And the ball is inbounded, or it's not inbounded. Here we go. White with the ball.
And how about dribble penetration? If you don't like what you see, just dribble the ball back out again.
You know, Steve Nash perfected that. He was one of the best ever of getting into the paint, exploring it, and getting it out.
Oh.
And here's the motion game. And we have a dribble penetration into a lot of people. And we have a loose ball, and that could have been a foul.
That looked like a rugby scrum. The referee should call that quicker, too, so somebody doesn't get hurt.
That's right. Looked like there was a foul there. The Knights committed. All right, so the Eagles have maintained possession. They will get the ball. And
5:54 to go in the fourth quarter. It's anybody's game right now.
And we have a packed house at Eva Mayfleet. This is unbelievable. I didn't see all these people here. They filtered in over the last couple minutes, and we have a packed house. This is a great high school environment. The Eagles are number 4 ranked in the county right now. The ball's been moved, top of the key.
Oh, look at that.
A lot of contact in there.
He didn't even try to screen anybody. He just blocked the guy like he was playing football.
And good defense by White to stay down.
Let's see if they can sustain it.
Oh, this is a deep 3 for about 25 feet.
Nice defense by the Knights.
All right, they did a great job there. White secures the ball. And let's see what we have here.
Give it to him.
Oh, there you go. A post
Left-hand
up.
jump hook. Give it to me.
Post up. It's a double team. All right, it's a hold. All right, now we're going to be shooting foul shots.
I thought he might be calling a walk.
You know what? He could have called a walk again.
You know, Christian being left-handed, he should have gone right to a left-hand jump hook. Just one dribble right up.
There's nothing like catching the ball and looking to the middle of the floor, and if you have it, go in the middle right away. You know, that's one of the hardest things to guard for a defense is a quick duck in to the middle of the floor with your left hand. It helps when your 6'10 wingspan can rise above a 6'3 defender. Here's Rose shooting a 1-and-1, and he makes the first. You know, Rose
Finally, that's the third straight free throw.
Rose is starting to assert himself now, Coach. Have you noticed he's really taking it on himself to be more aggressive and taking the game, you know, to the Eagles. 41-40, this is the first night's lead ever since the beginning of the second quarter.
42-40, Bishops. All right, let's see if they can play good defense again. That was a really good defensive series for them last time.
All right.
Wow.
And we have a turnover by Smith, and we have the timeout here by Coach Bickley. Dudley and Smith weren't on the same page. So the Knights are up now 42-40. The interesting statistic I see up on the scoreboard, Coach, is that the Eagles have committed 8 team fouls. Tell us about that. What do you think about that?
And I really don't understand it because they're not playing any different than they played in the first half in terms of their aggressiveness, their hand checking, their physicality. And it's just kind of fickle the way the referees sometimes call it. But it's going Bishop's way, and they're going to be in the 1-and-1 the rest of the game. And Bishop has got 5 fouls to take.
Now, Coach, what do you think about the fact that Knights only have 1 foul? Does that concern you if you're Coach Levine in a close game and need to foul intentionally, or do you not worry about that until it's time to worry about that?
Well, you just hope that your defense stays aggressive like they have in the last 2 defensive series.
Right.
And they go down now and get a good shot. I mean, defense and rebounding wins championships. And, you know, so much of your offense can be generated by your defense if you play really good defense consistently. And like I say, the last 2 times down the floor, Bishops has played really good defense, probably the best defense they played all game.
It'll be interesting to see what the Knights come to here. They get the ball. Rose has been very aggressive, but so is their motion pattern. Their motion pattern's been very effective. See if they can get something in there. All right, it looks like it's set here on a side, and it's a slip.
Oh, he
and
walked.
He got contested. That's good defense, that fouling, and that side with the rebound. So let's see what we have here. White brings the ball up, dribble drive, not know where to go. He's double teamed. He might call a timeout here, and he got fouled.
Oh, bailed out again.
White's got to cool off. It's a physical game. Now it's 9 fouls. I think the fans are going to get a little irate here about the foul count, but at the same time, the Eagles are being very, very physical, and there are a lot of fouls out here.
Boy, if I'm Chad Bickley, I'm going to get on the referees a little bit here. Boy, I'd be livid.
You're livid
He'd
about
been
the
a lot
call?
calmer than I would be.
Are you livid about the call, or are you livid about the fact, the foul differential?
The foul differential and that call.
Okay.
I mean, White forced that whole situation. You could have easily called a walk.
Yep.
And now that's their 4th free throw in a row.
And here we go with White.
And their 5th. They're finally making their free throws. And they got a 4-point lead here.
All right, White with the close out here against Smith. The ball in the Dudley.
Bishop has really stepped up their defense here in the last 2 minutes.
Did a nice job with the switch here at the top. Dudley with the ball. Penetration and way too much contact outside. And I thought it was on the ground. What is the call? It's a shooting foul. And the Eagles fans react as if to say,
they're going finally.
Finally. Again, I love the penetration from Dudley, but I love to see a pull-up jumper there or a 2-foot jump stop into a lane. I think Jay Wright doesn't get enough credit teaching jump stop and making decisions and slowing down.
And the other thing Jay Wright does great at Villanova is those guys know how to use both their pivot feet. And they got a really nice jump stop, step back move where they get the pull-up. I don't see too many other teams doing that.
And the shot is missed. Dudley misses both, and it's a scrum on the floor. And it looks like a foul on Cartwright. Looks like they're calling, are they calling a foul on Cartwright? Let's see what they're calling. It's like a real physical foul on Cartwright. Okay.
Yeah, we got a push.
It's a push by number 24, Cartwright, Graham Cartwright, senior. And it'll be Eagles ball. third team foul on the Knights. It is very physical. Both teams are exceptionally primed to finish this game out strong. Referees are taking the time, maybe letting cool heads prevail. And the Eagles will take the ball out of bounds with number 3, Hayden Gray. And the ball's inbounded deep to number 5, Trevon Martin. Penetration from Gray. And there's foul on Cartwright, and it's on the ground. So that's second foul on Cartwright in the last 10 seconds.
I've noticed that Hayden Gray pushes off a lot with his off arm, and the referees haven't called it for him once, and I don't see very many high school referees calling that, where the guy leads with his off arm.
And Cartwright again with another foul. That's 3 fouls, Coach. Cartwright with his 3rd foul in the last 1 minute. And that's his 4th foul in the game. So Cartwright has just fouled 3 times in the last few seconds of the game, and now that's the 3rd free throw they've missed in a row. Well, the Eagles have gone cold at the wrong time.
The referees playing make-up calls now.
I don't know. I think those are legit fouls. I think the Eagles are doing a better job of driving in straight lines. And here we go. Martin with the make. Here we go. So we have a 44-41 game. And the Knights. And Wood with the ball. Now Wood's going to need assistance probably. And there's the ball screen to the 9, Zach White. So let's see if they'll run motion. Fast over the top.
Oh, look at that.
Balls to Wood. Rose with the 3. Oh, that's a big shot, Coach. Christian Rose with a big 3. And Christian Rose with a big 3. White's up here on Smith. Smith launches the 3, and he hits it.
Again, that was too easy.
Smith gets a rhythm 3 for about 23 feet.
White should have made him put the ball on the floor.
Ball's up top here. 47-44. Timeout here. Nope. No timeout.
Yep.
Nope. Timeout
Nick
on
wants
the
a
floor.
timeout.
Nick Devine with a timeout on the floor. Well, what do you think here? We got 2 minutes and 41 seconds left the game. 47-44. The Knights are up. What are you telling each team? What is Coach Bickley telling the Eagles?
We got to play better defense. We got to stop fouling them. We need some stops here. And then we got to go down there and make our free throws and get back to running our sets right.
Yeah, I like really taking White out of the game. If I'm Bickley, Coach Bickley, I'm taking White out of the game by running him off the three-point line, not giving him any airspace. And I've got to do a better job on helping on Chris Rose. Chris Rose is really the Knights' key offensive player in the second half. If you're Coach Levine, what do you tell the Knights?
Come on. Somebody's got to be on Smith all the time, okay? We can't let Gray, we can't let Dudley, and we can't let Smith beat us. All right? Number 4 for Santa Fe Christian, number 5 for Santa Fe Christian. Haven't done much offensively. At this point, you got to force somebody else to be a star.
There's a play inside. Rose gets his own rebound. A lot of contact. Right with the rebound. Cartwright with the rebound. Back out to Wood.
Cartwright has done a really nice job getting some offensive glass.
Wood with the drive. Nice kick to Cy.
Oh, my goodness.
And that's a
that
dagger.
Could be the difference maker right there.
That is a big shot. We talked about holding on those corner threes, and that was great middle penetration.
Who's got that
and
guy?
Then they just gave up an open 3. And here comes Rose with the rebound.
Rose has done a good job on the defensive boards.
2 minutes left in the game. The Knights are up 6. And here we go. We've got a nice motion pattern here. Side with the ball, gets it back out to White. 15 seconds on the shot clock. White up top. And White pulls up for 3.
Cartwright again. Nice job.
Ball's back out to Rose. Back out. There's another fresh 35-second shot clock. 27 on the clock. Knights don't have to shoot a quick shot.
Bishop's way.
They can run a patient motion pattern here. I don't know. It looks like the ball's been tipped out of Sai's hand.
Oh, here we
Back
go.
to Rose.
Oh, and a foul.
And
Boy,
foul.
everything's going Bishop's way right here.
Foul. Wow, that was a nice turn of events there. That ball was popped out by the defender.
Came right to Christian Rose, and I don't know why he pump faked. He should have just laid it in. And the boy can dunk it. He should have dunked it.
Would have been nice, right, Coach?
That would have been a punctuation mark.
We could use a dunk. Who doesn't like a dunk? Well, the 10-team fouls here now, so the Knights will be shooting 2. It's a 50-44 lead with 1:22. Rose will shoot 2 here. Makes the next one. Knights are hitting free throws.
What is that? 5, 6 in a row?
They have been lights out in this fourth quarter. Here comes Rose here. And hits it again, 52-44. Let's see if Bickley has a set
Anything up
play.
his sleeve. I would have called a timeout here.
This might be a quick 3 and a timeout. Here we go. They miss it. And Knights have to secure the rebound. And a lot of contact on that play, and it looks like it's the black. I think it goes to the Eagles. Wow. That is a bad turnover for the Knights, who had secured a quick rebound. All right, they've got to run their players off the three-point line. The Knights not foul. You don't want to stop the clock here. Ball's up top here. Keaton Smith with the switch with Rose. It's great having a multi-positional defender at your post. And they stay up on the line, and great job by White. They doubled out. And that is outstanding defense.
Oh, outstanding defense.
And now,
see, that's a foul. There we go.
There we go. 52-44, and that time, Knights really did a great job of playing Smith and double him as he dribbled the ball in the corner.
Now, I'm a little bit surprised that Coach Bickley hasn't kind of tried to move the chess pieces around a little bit, change things up, maybe full court pressure him. You know, I mean, he's behind here, and he's not making very many adjustments.
Well, this is definitely time to...
Boy, have they made their free throws down the stretch.
Yeah, I don't know how many they've missed in this fourth quarter. We don't have a statistic in front of us. I think Coach Bickley now is in a 3-and-D type of situation where he's got to get a quick shot, either a layup or a three-point shot, and they've got to press. They got to press the rest of the game without fouling. They missed the foul shot here. 9-point game. The ball's got to come down. Quick shot, and oh, that's a bad foul by Rose. So Dudley gets the offensive rebound. The miss by Smith. Rose with the foul. And we have foul shots. Now, Coach, what do you tell the Knights here? Obviously, the Eagles have got to extend pressure and probably put their best defense. Take care of the ball.
Make good passes, make good catches, stay aggressive, but be smart. I don't know how many timeouts Bishop has got, but they might want to take one here.
There's
look at that. He's listening to me.
There we go. It's like you've coached for the last 45 years. You must have been in a game before like this, maybe 150 times. This is a great timeout. Explain to the studio audience, the nationwide audience, especially in Philadelphia, Jesse Levine. Explain to the audience, why are we taking a timeout here? Why is Coach Levine taking a timeout out?
Just to make sure we understand the time, the score, and the situation, and the fact that Santa Fe Christian is probably going to pick them up full court. We got to run our press break. We got to make good decisions. We got to get an easy shot. The clock is our biggest enemy. So whatever we do not throw the ball away. Get a 5-second violation, get a 10-second violation, but do not throw the ball away. The advantage of the 5-second or 10-second violation, you get to set up your defense. And it also shows that you're thinking and you're not getting rattled by the pressure.
You know, no live ball turnovers, that's key for the Knights. What I'd like to see the Knights do on defense is make sure they run the shooters off the three-point line and they cannot foul. They cannot foul because you foul, you stop the game and you give the team a chance to set up their defense. So let's see what happens here.
I actually think Bishop's, in the last 12 minutes, their defense has been really, really good, and so has the rebounding.
All right, so now we have a 53-46 game. So 7 points. Eagles sub-in player. And it's full court pressure as we talked about. Rose with the ball, and here comes the double team trap. And he needs to get rid of the ball. It's a steal. And it's a steal back.
Look up! Look up!
And here's Cartwright with the ball. He takes it in, and he misses the layup. No foul here.
No foul. 25 seconds to go. Don't foul.
There's a three.
He missed it.
And
don't foul. Good hand up. Don't foul.
Miss. Another miss here, and that's a backbreaker. That is a tough play right there. Looks like the basket's going to count and the foul. I think that might have been on Cartwright, and that is his 5th foul. So now we have an interesting situation here. We have what could be a 4-point game with 10.9 seconds. That's kind of close for comfort.
Yep.
That's a tough foul right there, Coach.
And the Knights did not do a very good job of handling the ball.
Nope, they've got timeouts that Coach Devine can use, but you've got free throw shooter on the floor, Alex Euphidis, and let's see what happens. It's a 5-point game with 10.9 seconds.
Missed it.
Missed the foul shot, and Rose got the rebound, and that's a foul. So there's 7.3 seconds. Looks like the Knights
are going to
win this game. Let's see what happens here.
This is a big-time win for Bishops here. I mean, because Santa Fe Christian had a couple of big-time wins against teams that were ranked in the county. You know, Francis Parker and Foothill Christians, their previous 2 games. Give credit to the Bishop Knight for a great 4th quarter, making their free throws, increasing the defensive pressure.
This is a really good win for the Knights. They really were poised down the stretch. I mean, there was a stretch there in the 3rd quarter where the Eagles really were pulling away, and the Knights found a way to recalibrate and get the ball inside, and Rhodes really elevated his game offensively.
And they made their free throws.
The
game's over here. 5-point leads. Don't foul. Let them make it. Whatever they want to do. Don't even take the ball out of bounds.
And it's a 3. And there's 0.9 seconds left. So we got 54-51. And we have 0.9 seconds. The Knights will have a play to get the ball inbounded. And this is a big win for the Knights. You know, the Knights
probably their biggest win of the year.
By far their biggest win of the year. The Knights had a very, very good pre-league schedule, and were highly touted. They went 12-5, and really prepared themselves for a really hard league. They played Foothills Christian tough, and now having a team the caliber of Santa Fe Christian to come in and to win this game is really a real testament to Coach Devine and to his program. What's Coach Devine telling them here? Just get the ball inbounded?
Yeah, don't throw it away. I mean,
the worst thing you could do is probably throw it to maybe hit the rafter.
Yeah.
Maybe hit the rafter. Don't hit the rafter. I think that's what he's telling them right now.
You know, I sent somebody, guy long, looking for the bomb, and then I'm breaking some guys up just to catch the ball. All you got to do is get it in and catch it, and the game's over.
Well, one of the things they like to do is they like to get the ball to Rose in this situation because he's got just size advantage against everyone, and he's a better jumper. So let's see. Let's watch Rose and see if they put time on the clock. So there's 1.2 seconds left in this game. There they go, Rose, and he's getting
Look,
held.
he's holding his jersey.
And that's going to be enough. And the Knights win an improbable game. Bishop's Knights win 54-51 in an outstanding team effort against one of the top teams in San Diego County. That's a great win for them, Coach.
Certainly is. Surprising a little, too. You had to think that, you know, Santa Fe Christian was really favored in this game based on their 2 previous league games. And Bishop came in, brilliant second half. They really settled down, stopped turning the ball over, made their free throws, got some cheap stuff around the basket. But to me, the decisive statistic is, boy, they must have been 8 out of 9 or 9 out of 10 from the free throw line.